Greetings, YouTube! Welcome back to the Talk Center YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be looking at the very best Jordan Peterson moments of all time. But first, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and much more. Turn on notifications too, so that you don't miss any of the future videos. Now, let's get right into it. Number 1. We start off with this clip of Jordan Peterson saying that Justin Trudeau had a moral duty which he didn't accomplish. And he also says that Trudeau puts on a face in public because he quote-unquote knows how to act.
You have a moral duty. If you have the advantage of a name, you have a moral duty to supersede the accomplishments of the person who bore that name and gave it its weight before you dare capitalize on it in the public sphere. And Trudeau did none of that. He knows how to behave. He knows how to act in public. He had the upbringing for it. Other than that, there's nothing there, not that I can see. And if there was, he wouldn't have run the way he did. He's not an impressive person in my estimation.
Some stronger.
Peterson also stated that Trudeau only hired people so he would have more of a male to female ratio. And Peterson said that you shouldn't hire people because of their gender, but rather because of their experience and work ethic. Number 2. There was an interview that Jordan took part in that ended up being pretty controversial. There was a point in the interview where he felt like the interviewer was targeting him or trying to get an incriminating type of answer out of Peterson.
We were talking about masculinity.
We are.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
How are we talking about masculinity?
Because I'm asking you what you think of men and of women.
No, basically what you've been trying to do, I would say for the last 15 minutes, is put me into a sequence of corners by accusing me of various forms of misbehavior.
As you can see, Jordan was pretty angry and he made sure to put his foot down and make it clear that he won't be standing for it. Number 2. A minister for women made a comment saying that there are a lot of old white men in the private and public company boards, but Jordan didn't agree and he bit back with one hell of a reply. Look at this.
Of Women's Affairs, or the Minister for Women as she's known, suggested recently that there were too many white old men on boards in New Zealand of private and public companies, and just suggested that they needed to move aside so there could be more diversity. Your response to that suggestion?
Well, what's her racial and ethnic background, just out of curiosity?
I think she's born in America, Julianne Genter. She's a member of our Green Party here.
Is she white?
Yes.
Well, maybe it's time for her to bloody well move aside and let someone who isn't white have her position.
Oh man, Jordan really got her good. That was brutal. She clearly picked the wrong fight. Number 4. Jordan Peterson was interviewed on a British GQ and he made an interesting statement about the interviewer saying that he already knows where she stands on certain political issues. She was doubting it, so she decided to challenge him, and this is what he had to say.
I don't know where I stand on all things.
I would hope that was true.
Okay, let's talk about transgender issues. That's fun. What do you think I think about transgender issues?
I suspect that you think that gender expression, gender identity are fundamentally social constructs, but I could be wrong.
As expected, she said that Peterson was wrong, but what she said does not suggest that Peterson got it wrong. She just wouldn't admit that Peterson was right, but instead, she has ended up making a fool out of herself. Number 5. Next, we have Jordan Peterson, who is on the Rubin Report, and he starts off by saying how even when the cameras are off, they still talk like they would even if they were on. And Rubin also says that this made him a better person. However, Jordan doesn't quite agree. Something tells me that there might be some fireworks that are about to go
I know
off.
you guys pretty well at this point, and this crew of people that we're sort of in. When we're off camera, we're actually talking about the exact same things. Like we are, whether this camera was on right now or off, like we're living this thing all the time. I can speak from my own experience in this regard. It's made me a better person, and I'm still striving to be a better.
How?
I'm more authentic. I'm more honest.
No. Unforgivably stupid. And I can also see that, and I believe this to be the case, is that you just have failed developmentally. Neurological evidence in that.
Jordan goes as far as to say that Rubin has failed developmentally and says that he is also a child because he's dependent on his parents. He also said that the neurological evidence in regards to that is quite clear. That sure is quite something. Number 6. There was a day where Peterson was on campus talking to people, but then out of nowhere, someone came to interview him, but clearly, he was getting targeted. It slowly culminated into quite a heated argument.
I'd like to disavow the physical violence. Trans people were physically assaulted at this rally in your name. Would you like to disavow that violence?
Yes.
So you wish that didn't happen, and you want to, and I'm going to post this online that you would like people to not to be more accommodating of trans people and people of color at your events in future.
I would like there to be no violence.
I'm a person of color, and I felt very accommodating here. I felt like my voice. Thank you very much.
I'm also one of those women. I feel like this guy is
I'm a
the
person
best.
of color. There are many multiple color.
You wanted to disavow. You wanted to disavow.
Jordan made many efforts to put such nonsense accusations to bed, but he didn't need to. Instead, he had others doing that for him. And it made the person questioning Jordan look pretty damn stupid. Number 7. Jordan Peterson was doing an interview with a person that thinks that the world is ruled by men and saying there's male privilege all over the world. However, Jordan Peterson completely shuts down this argument and Jordan states that men also have some of the worst things happen to them. That this woman is only taking a small percentage of men and claiming that a small percentage of men accounts for all men. Number 8. Here is Jordan's interview with British GQ once again, and this time he was absolutely shocked by something that the interviewer said to him. You could visibly see it in his face, tone, and reaction. Check this out.
Time.
With a Pepe flag.
I can't believe you brought that up.
Right, but I just think it's
Seriously, I can't believe you brought that up. You should go online.
Yeah, I do.
There's a
Believe me, I do.
There's
A mix of emotions here. He was annoyed that it was brought up and that he had to explain himself at length, too. He definitely wasn't happy. There were plenty of interesting moments from that GQ interview. Those Jordan Peterson moments are quite something, right? Let us know your favorite moments in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Consider leaving a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and much more. See you guys next time. Take care. Until then.